So let's summarize what one can be anxious of and what I was anxious of throughout my life. So when you have no control over your life, over your system, over your energy, over your tasks, over your house. So it's a control thing. You have no boundaries, and inside those boundaries, you cannot control the things. So whenever you lose that control, you get anxious because you are not safe. Your soul is signaling, bim, 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 bim. I'm not safe. The mind lost control. What's going on? Something happened. Or there's a strong person. Or I got triggered. Or there's a too big problem. I'm lost. I don't see the solution because my strategy is getting into the victim, because I'm afraid to step into my power. You need to create the mindset to step into your power, to create this power mindset. I can do this. I can handle this. I can say no. I can create boundaries. I can defend myself. There might be a toxic person and you fall apart. You cannot fall apart. It's your territory, it's your system, it's your boundaries. You need to defend yourself. And it's a process until you learn, but then you can stand in your power. Okay, it's a problem. I don't run away from it. I don't hide under the rug. I face this problem. I step into the problem and I do my best to sort it out. I'm powerful. I can do this. And then you create this mindset. You have less and less problems and you will feel stronger. You will feel more empowered to do more for yourself. You need a very strong self-connection, self-confidence. I can do this. I can handle this. Even if I don't know this yet, but I will do my research and I will do my best to handle it. And then you fall apart because of toxic people. There might be negative and toxic people. And when you come from abuse, there is this submissive wrapper created. So you need to shift your mindset in order to be able to defend your boundaries, create those boundaries and say no to these people, reject their energies or not allow them to drain you. The victim mindset makes you anxious. So whenever you turn into a victim, and as being a kid, the easiest way it was to become a victim because you had big, strong, and powerful parents who did as much as they could. And this victim mindset that you're small, you're helpless, this got stuck with you. And you need to change that because you are in a victim position. Look at society. We are all victims. And only a few of us dare to take responsibility and dare to say, I can do this. I can deal with my shit. I don't expect anyone else to save me. I can save myself. I'm strong enough. And then sometimes you might feel anxious because you feel danger. You sense danger ahead of time. You're anxious, but you don't know why. This happened with me a lot of the times. I felt like something bad is going to happen. And I was very nervous. And then it happened. And that's your senses sensing into the energy. It's already there energetically, just didn't happen yet. And sometimes, if it's a bit further ahead, you can do something about it. Working on the moment, working on your energy, your beliefs in the moment, you can avoid something bad in the future. Then when we are challenged and we make plans, we set up goals and we start going for it, we have a lot of fears, and then we can be even instantly anxious. It depends on your level of confidence and how you were conditioned, but you have fear of the good, you have fear of the bad, you have fear of the failure, you have fear of success, because you are out of your comfort zone and you cannot hold space energetically. Your mind is holding space with your belief system that everything is going to be okay. And when everything is okay, you are not anxious. Everything is under control because you are big and strong enough to hold space. But whenever you are in a situation where you are growing and you are exposed and you are vulnerable because you are still not strong enough to hold space for something bigger, let's say you got a promotion, you have to travel, you have to move, you have a new child, you have a new partner, you might be anxious because it's something different, it's something bigger, or it's something more challenging. and you still need to find your way through it. And yes, as you get stronger and more powerful, this anxiety goes away and turns into power and confidence. In fact, every anxiety, if you outgrow it and turn it into power, confidence, and faith in yourself, then it goes away. Then you can be anxious in a situation where you give up on yourself, but you follow the safe path. You do what everybody else is doing. You do the same job. You work and live in the same way. You commit and have a family in the same way. But it's empty. It doesn't come from deep inside. And you feel oppressed. Your soul feels oppressed, very unhappy, because it cannot charge with energy. It's in a mind mode. You just live your life as a robot, and then there's this anxiety deep inside that might come very often with depression, because you are stuck and you don't know your way out. And this is a pattern, again, that you can take over from your parents. Either they do the same thing and they follow the same path and they make the same decisions and they compromise the same way, so you do the same naturally, because everything seems all fine and you don't question the situation, but you have symptoms deep inside, so it's tough. And even if in the beginning you question it, they make you forget it and then you follow the same path, but your soul is again there. Okay, I'm anxious, I'm not happy, I have no energy, I cannot breathe, I live in fear. What is this? This is not the life that I want. And this can go until physical symptoms. You can get sick, you can have tumor, but people don't question it. They run to the doctor. Why do you have that? What is your body signaling? Your body is the mirror of your soul and your mind and your heart. And it needs to be in alignment. And that's when the time comes that you need to look into yourself. You need to learn to deal with your inner stuff. You need to discover and understand who you are and create a deeply meaningful life. But then you need to detach from mainstream. And a lot of people are so attached to the physical life, so attached to mainstream society, that they close out everything that's energetic, that's spiritual, that's about the inner stuff and self-discovery. And they're willing to die even, because they don't recognize that this comes from somewhere. This has a root cause. And I understand it's easier to live on the surface, but it comes with a lot of suffering as well. It's just that sometimes you are so detached from yourself that you don't feel the pain anymore. You're numb. That's a very sad place to be, because that's where you don't feel into life anymore. You live from your brain, and it's easy. You accomplish routine, but you're not alive. Your soul is not alive anymore. And sometimes I meet people like that. I keep them far away from me because they are very closed and they're not open to a different point of view. And I don't try to argue and I don't want to convince anyone. I'm just here for those who are open. But it's a very sad thing to see that you try to understand a person, try to connect with the soul, but there's nothing. You don't find it. It's numb. And then you explain things or you have a conversation, but you feel that there's no feelings in that person, because understanding comes with feelings sinking into the soul. Otherwise, it's just stuck in the mind. It doesn't go through the system. It's fine. It's okay. People kill each other. People hurt each other. They abuse each other. And a lot of people make good business out of it. It's good to abuse labor in the third world and make good money in the Western world, because people buy it. And we are not sensitive. We are not mindful of our shopping. We care only about our looks. It's okay to do your shopping. It's okay to buy those clothes, but waste less and give more. So at this point, I would say that anxiety is a good thing, because there's your soul, and your soul is still having a voice in your system like, I'm here, I'm anxious, I'm in danger, but I'm still alive. And you need to connect with your soul. You need to learn how to heal your soul, how to align your mindset with your soul. And anxiety all comes down to power, responsibility. When you decide to step into your power, even if the first steps come with anxiety because it's a new position, but whenever you're not afraid to grow, not afraid to get out of your comfort zone, to stand for yourself, to say no to the people who take advantage or are toxic, to say no to those jobs, to those situations that are below your standards, even if it comes with anxiety, because now you start to create yourself boundaries, but then you are more empowered and you start to feel more freedom because you feel like you have a choice and you can keep yourself safe. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video.